Hey, what's going on? It's Stokely from Sauce on the Lane. There's a lot going on recently. Um, the mayor of New York has declared social media a health, a danger to health, like a no good, almost akin to drugs because it's increased. There's been a significant increase in depression and suicidal ideation in young people, around the 40% and around the 30%, around something like 36% increase since 2011. So what's the factor? What's the factor? What's new in the environment? And they're attributing it to all of this social media. Now it's probably this was going in the same trajectory for years anyhow, because I remember I used to stay up late playing video games or stay up late on the internet. When internet became a little more affordable, you know, um, or when we got acclimated to paying $100 and something for internet, So and the cell phones, people are giving their children cell phones too. So hey, I think that's really affected them. Things like so. Salute to the mayor for that, but also there's been a noticeable increase in the amount of cancer among younger adults. And I think recently, what is this? Michael, I forgot what is it. Michael Strahan. Michael Strahan, who used to play, I think, for the Giants or the Jets. His daughter had cancer. I don't know what kind of cancer she had. I think she had a rare cancer though. Um, on the other hand, uh, regarding the increase in uh, uh, young adult cancers, most of the cancers are of some part of the digestive system, whether it's the appendix or I forgot what the other area was. I think it was the appendix, and I forgot where the other area was. But it's both. The three main areas were part of the digestive system. So it gives evidence that the food that we're eating isn't any good, and it's and people are waking up to that. Um, and I've been reading a lot of people on a lot of articles on longevity, and it's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Whether you want to grow your hair, whether you want to fight illness, whether you want to get well, it's the same things. Stay away from sugar. Stay away from alcohol. Get enough sleep. Lower stress. Stay away from processed foods, or what people are calling now ultra processed foods. And get exercise, and I like to say get sunlight. Sunlight is good for depression and all these other things. Sunlight is nothing that beats that. So um, I think some people are waking up. Maybe not everybody. Maybe not everybody's exposed to the information. Because I'm in an echo chamber right now because I surround myself and aggregate to myself, uh, thanks to the algorithms. The algorithms aggregate certain kind of information to me. They bring even like inspiring posts all the time to me, stoic posts, and motivational memes, and these are the things that the algorithm brings to my feed, which is understandable because those are the things that I would like to hear about anyhow, and those are the things that I would like to impart onto other people: motivation, inspiration, positive energy, sustainable coping mechanisms, and self healing. You know, um, so yeah, that's really all I really got to say. I mean, there's a lot other things going on, a lot of other things going on. Um, so stay away from the ultra processed food, stay away from the sugar, stay away from the alcohol, and limit your stress and get your sleep. If you follow any of these longevity promoters, which seems to be a growing industry. Oh, let me add to that. Um, and there was an article, I didn't even read it though. I just saw the headline. It said people are living longer, right? But their final years are probably about a good 12 years of pain. And it goes back to something that my cousin said to me the other day. He said, he has a different grandmother. Um, one of his grandmothers is my aunt. The other grandmother is my relative. So he said, man, you rather just pass suddenly rather than linger. And I totally disagree with that. Um, because thanks to advances in medicine, we can we can do a lot of pain management. I mean, in your later years, you're not so much of a danger to the community. So I don't see why you can't have some OxyContin. I don't see why you can't have a microdose of fentanyl. I don't see why you can't have a microdose of morphine to manage your pain, in those last 12 years, because you still have a lot of contribution to make, especially regarding your knowledge and understanding, you know. Um, Now, younger people now, we're pretty dangerous when we're on drugs. So I don't think younger people that are strong and fit and capable should be engaging in that kind of drug use, even on a microdose level, or pain management. A lot of times leads to addiction. We, on the other hand, we have a lot of time. We have a little more time. We could probably heal. We could probably reduce inflammation. We could probably, as a last resort, get some kind of surgery, some pain relief surgery, whether it's like discs in your back, like repairing the discs or fusing the discs, or changing your hip or changing your kneecap or something. I think that's a last resort. But I don't think the old people should be euthanized, like they're offering people to do allegedly in Canada. I'm not sure how true that is. But if the fact is that, yes, we're living longer, but we're spending probably the last 12 years in somewhat incapacitated, somewhat debilitated, pain afflicted. That is somewhat worrying. But I don't think the answer is euthanasia. There's a wealth of knowledge that families can get from their older relatives. Now, understandably, we don't live in multi-generational households anymore. We live in a very rugged individualism type of system where old people are discarded, and the children are institutionalized. You send them to daycare or whatever you do. The children are institutionalized. The old are discarded, and the youthful and the youthful get caught up in a trap of materialism, consumerism, and the more mature but still physically able are debilitated by debt and toxicity, and everybody's just like caught up in their phase of struggle, which unfortunately I think it's unfortunate, but I think having a multi-generational household, a little bit less individualism. That doesn't mean that you won't have autonomy and and privacy. You can still have your autonomy and privacy and still live in a in unity and in a collaborative environment. When you collaborate with people at work, do you have to tell them your whole business? Not necessarily, no. When you collaborate with people at work, do they have to interfere in what's going on with you? No. But you're still collaborating towards a goal. And the collaboration that we're working towards is sharing knowledge and, to make each one better, to make each one better. You know, there's people I know who have been addicted to hard drugs and recovered and have escaped that demon. They can help somebody else that they see going down that road. There's people who have dropped out of high school and have no career and end up stuck economically. They can impart some knowledge to the youth that are decided not to take their education and their skills seriously. There's people who have dropped out of college who are just languishing and lingering around. They can impart to the other kids, listen, finish your degree, get your education, get some skills. There's people who have been to prison. They can tell you, listen, the path that you're going, don't go down that path. There's people who have just, I don't know, just have been transients in their whole life and don't have a retirement and don't have an income and are, just, I don't know what you call it, in limbo. They can impart to somebody else that, listen, I didn't do it the right way. This is the way that you do it. So, we need the different generations. We need people in different stages to come together and say what needs to be done and what's going on. Now, the road is flooded again. Now, one thing I forgot is that people don't like to admit to their screw ups. So maybe what I just said is totally outlandish, totally ridiculous. Who's gonna really admit to their faults in order to help somebody avoid the same pitfalls? Who's gonna do that? It has to be. It doesn't even have to be a mature person. It could be someone that's going through frustration, but some people don't like to show that. But hey, I thank you for listening. Take care of yourself. Remember these longevity people. They're saying the same things. Get your sleep. Get more omega-3 fatty acids in your diet if you're eating fried foods and all of that. Cut down on the meat. Cut down on the sugar. Eliminate alcohol. Manage your stress. What else? What else is there? Stay sucker free. So many other things, that we discussed. Try to get some B vitamin. If your kidneys are working right, get your kidneys working right. Get your liver working right. Get your pancreas working right. Protect your liver, your kidney, and pancreas. Your liver is like your biggest internal organ. Your skin is your largest organ, supposedly. Your epidermis is your largest organ, but your liver is like one of your largest internal organs. So keep an eye on that. Don't freak out. Why are these people driving so fast when the road is wet? It's like they want to crash into my car. Even the school bus is taking a corner at like Indy 500. Oh my goodness, man. Anyhow, thanks for listening.